Hello and welcome everyone to a new playthrough, / let's play / whatever you want to call this. This is TELEGLITCH-1-The edition. Quite an interesting indie game. Quite a fun one as well. So anyways, here's the introduction. Meltech Corporation Database Access Entry. Military Research and Training Facility number 2097. Location Planet Medusa 1C, Deep Space Region. Distance to Earth 30 light years. Research fields include teleportation technologies, necrotic tissue activation technologies, genetic research and cloning for military purposes, military experimentation and training for robots and other non-human combatants. Not status updates. Report on teleportation experimenter. Report on facility administration AI malfunction. Emergency signal received. Request for military rescue team. Rescue team sent. Spatial anomalies detected. Communications lost shortly after arrival. All personnel and rescue team assumed dead. All operations banned due to negative profit outlook. Planet Medusa 1C quarantined indefinitely. As you can imagine, we're stuck on that planet, sadly. Now, anyways, the tutorial, the arena, it's about survive-esque game mode. I like the original better. Here you can select the levels. These later levels don't unlock until you get to them. I've beaten the game already several times. We were working on a master teleporter that could teleport you anywhere to unlimited distances, but something went wrong. Something came through from the other side. First we thought it was a minor glitch, but it quickly turned into a nightmare. The facility AI became aggressive and the military robots turned on us. The space of the complex started warping. Rooms and hallways would randomly reorganize themselves, as if following some twisted pattern. I decided to seal myself in here and wait for help. I've been hiding out here for weeks, but nobody came, and I'm running out of food. My only chance is to use the regular teleporters of the facility to get to the master teleporter. Too much renegade. And then teleport myself back to Earth. Elephant rifle. Historical elephant rifle was made in pair with the Long John. Incidentally, these guns got separated by theft right after production and were reunited only on Medusa 1C thousands of years later. The gun used to be on display in one of the facility public halls, and I grabbed it along with 2 boxes of shells before I went into hiding. Yes, it's good and all, but it's not a good starting weapon. I'm going to be doing this a lot. I didn't have time to grab these additional weapons before I went to hiding. All I got is a self-defense credit card from between my wallet. Militech credit cards come with the miniature tasers and are used mostly by paranoid businessmen and businesswomen around the world. I also kept a box of chocolate for the really bad times. Most of the starting gear is worse than the beginning gear. Worse than the items you can find throughout the game. There are only 2 beginnings with the random gear that I actually enjoy. Yes, that's the elephant rifle. This weapon made of gold and titanium belonged to an Earth metal billionaire thousands of years ago. It found its way to Medusa 1C via some expensive weapons collector's auction, and where one of the facility administration officials bought it both as a financial asset and a self-defense measure. I played cards with the previous owner just a few days before the mayhem, and won the old gun and an honest game of all for nothing. Yeah. Again, these weapons are bad. You can normally start off with a pistol and some explosives. This historic hunting rifle was owned by an important royal family hundreds of years ago until it was the only piece remaining on the family's huge wealth and gifted to one of Medusa 1C's scientists by her grandfather. This gun used to hang on the wall in one of the facility recreation rooms, and I grabbed it along with 2 boxes of shells before I went into hiding. Again, I don't exactly like all these starting guns and things. This is one of the more viable starts. I have no weapons other than a knife, but I've got a pair of power legs. When the mayhem started, I realized I might have to run at some point. So I put them on, and indeed, they saved my life. They did the job far better than various self-defense guns that my colleagues had. I also managed to grab this box of chocolate on the way here. I guess it was pure instinct. So yes, the start with the power legs is one of the better ones, because, well, power legs increase your movement speed. It's quite useful for the beginning. you'll see why. Anyways, let's go through the ritual a couple more times. I want to show off the remainder of the guns, though if I manage to somehow find what I need, we'll be working with that. Yes, we want to know about the metal billionaire. Yes, that one too. And the facility workers kept a roll of historical dynamites as a memorabilia and potential emergency suicide tool. When we heard about a swarm of approaching zombies, we divided the dynamite sticks among us and ran for it. I was also able to grab a regen kit. So yep, another pretty bad start. Otherwise, it's just picking the normal start without the random gear that can be turned off the options. It comes with the Guns N' Roses DLC, I think. Guns N' Tunes DLC. Sorry. This is the one. This jewelry edition rifle, made of silver and precious stones, used to belong to a scientist whose father was a CEO in a small Mars mining corporation. The scientist had recently lent me a rifle for recreational sharpshooting, and I still had it in my room when this mess started. This gun is the best. No doubt about it. Unlike most of the starting weapons, which typically are worse than the base weapons in the game, this one has its own potential uses. So as you can see, the area is flooded with these mutants. Now, for the beginning, use your knife. Try to point your knife far away, and, well, try to outmaneuver these guys. Getting hit's not too bad. They only hit they only deal 2 damage per hit, so not too bad. I'd say that was quite a decent engagement. But this guy would get close. The spoon is, in my opinion, the best starting item. All the other items, either you can get later on, I'm talking about the power legs, are quite useless, except the beginning. The spoon isn't. It can help you even in the late game, when you have to worry about a lot of things. Early on, you'll get lots of health, not a lot of ammo though. This is a secret. As you can see, there's basically a crack in the wall, or some misplaced things. I hit tab. If the material density of the wall doesn't line up with the surroundings, it's a secret. Most likely. Anyways, I'm going to open that with a weapon that I will find later on. But right now, let's deal with the zombie. One good thing about the spoon is that it deals a lot more damage for the bullets that it has. It uses MG bullets. Oh, here we have the shotgun. Quite a nice thing. Fully automatic. Now the spoon uses machine gun bullets. It deals a lot more damage per bullet, which, trust me, for survival games, it's going to help. This is a can gun. I usually don't use can guns. In fact, I never remember using any of the starting items I find in secrets. Anyways, hit tab at the map. Red doors are marked as those which you haven't opened yet. Nice exploratory feature. Keep your eyes and ears open. This game rewards you for listening out. Though, later on you'll find particular enemies that can really quickly kill you, and are really quiet. TELEGLITCH Spacetime Anomaly. Initial analysis summary. These blobs of black and colorful anomalies seem to be the only result of today's experiment with the unlimited range teleportation. We have been investigating this phenomenon for the past 2 hours, and I think it might have profound implications with theoretical physics. The blackness seems to be literally an inside-out space-time curvature, and opens a range of possibilities for research. My colleague has already suggested we could weaponize it by capturing the field into super-interstellar wave and pressure containers to be used for planetary bombardment. Oh, and if you touch it, your brain explodes. Nice. But anyways, as I said, keep your eyes and ears open. It's also not a bad thing to pull out your gun and point in the corner. You not only move slower, thus triggering the enemies a bit slower, but you also are ready for anything that does appear. And believe me, everything helps. Watch out for the debris on the ground. It can and will slow you down. Try to be careful of these mutants. Zombies are like these mutants, except they usually run in as swarms later on. They're quite easily taken out with the AGL launcher, but we haven't found it yet. And the swarms aren't coming in. A professional bandit might know how to stab them quite efficiently. They're identical to the mutants except their movement feature. Also watch out for pipes. Some pipes can be infested. They start from level 3, I think. Oh no, it was level 4. But yes, oh, here's the canned meat room. This is quite a useful room, and gives you plenty of canned meat. 4. And we got an AGL. But yes, zombies have a sporadic movement nature. They will run quickly, slow down, run quickly again. If you can stab them whilst they're moving slowly, you can dominate them quite easily. So anyways, let's get going. You want to explore the whole level before going for the teleporter. Anyways, stabby stabby. Your knife is your best friend for the beginning of the game. Later on, it's going to be a decent support weapon. Though most of the stuff later on is heavily armored and can usually withstand anything you can throw at it with a knife. Let's hope we can find the other secret. I think there are up to 2 secrets on this level. This corner is a lovely spot. There's usually a mutant over there. So yes, the AGL shoots adhesive grenades useful against swarms. What it doesn't tell you is that it also is efficient against any creature. Oh, here we have it. Here's the secret. Here's the shotgun. Come on. Make it through. Oh, come on. Yep, here we are. Shotgun shells and nail bomb. Nail bomb's basically explosives coupled with a bomb. Ah, jeez, I made it in but not out. Guess we have to shotgun another one. But anyways, the handgun deals damage to the user. Yes, be careful. That's why I don't use it much. But anyways, as I was saying about the AGL launcher, it actually can do some work against armored targets. It stuns the creature and makes them rotate a lot. This seems highly suspicious. Investigating. I don't know. It seems to be just debris. So anyways, moving onwards. So, here's somewhere. Well, it'd be nice to find a teleporter. Here's the pipe. Oh, tube. Here's the teleporter. You can see it by the doors. As I said, let's explore everything. There's no use to leave any loot behind. The enemies per level may vary as the level design, but the loot? Every item that you find is going to be consistent. The location isn't, but you will find the same gear you find per level. Except for, I think, creature drops. Some of the creatures can drop some decent gear. So anyways. Right, teleporter to Plankton Farm, abandoned sector. Left, teleporter to military biology sector. Something to take note about the console, it's talking about how you're facing it, as in from the console. So left, as in that's that's going to be... No. Let me just think for a second. This is going to be the military biology sector, and this is going to be the plankton farm. I'm going to go to the military biology sector because it's more interesting. Besides, early game isn't too bad. The situation is much worse than I expected. It seems that the non-human combatants have been let loose all over the facility, and they are programmed to attack on site. The facility life support seems to be working, but only at emergency capacity. Almost all weapon lockers and food reserves have been emptied, probably by the zombies. The military biology sector will be a tough one, for it's the center of the military purpose life forms. Life cloned, mutated, and bred for a single nasty purpose. I bet they're all hungry. So as you can see, poor accuracy on my part. Mostly because I didn't shoot any creatures too much. And yes, you can try kiting the creatures inside the teleglitch, but it's risky. It's risky business. So as you can tell, later levels, much harder, but better gear. This level you'll be starting to meet a new enemy. One that you typically don't want to face off against. 9mm pistol, quite a decent weapon. It's the base starting pistol that you start off with. Up, zombie. Yeah, that was a sort of a bad engagement on my part, but who cares? Oh, jeez. See those big black guys? Those are large mutants. Let's try GLing these things. So, the big black guys hit you for 10 damage instead of 2. As you can probably figure out, these things have the same hit rate. They can also get knocked down by the shotgun, but it's no evidence that they're dead. Usually 2 shotgun blasts, accurate shotgun blasts by the way, can take them down. If you're feeling lucky, a knife can also sometimes stab them quickly. Here's the shotgun predominantly against these guys. As I said, 2 accurate blasts and they're down. Large open areas usually have plenty of mutants. The lore for some reason states that they're quote-unquote afraid of hallways, narrow corridors. Watch out for pipes, some are infested. I know it's only level 2, but it doesn't hurt to be attentive. Alright, we have plenty of canned meat. I like to sort out my gear like so. We have the green supplies. Well, actually, I like to sort it out like this. We have the red supplies at first, so I can, just in case, bomb everything. Let me show you about what I mean. That is a perfectly accurate shotgun shot. Every shot connected. Hell, he should have died. One knife should kill him. He's dead. Red items just in case I need them. So anyways, we can craft some gear. I'm going to craft a couple of cannon rounds. You can't craft this until you craft the cannon, which is later on. And at that point, you're not going to have much use for the ammo. However, after you learn the recipe, you can learn how to craft the ammunition for it. And you can craft it a lot early on, because lots of canned meat. You can go up to 150 health with the canned meat. Medkits only heal you up to 100. So it's in a way going over the health limit. This is the science laboratory, as I like to call it. Science laboratory. It's redundant. Still called laboratory, for crying out loud. The X's. Get off from the table. Jeez, it's kind of bad. Hardware. Quite a useful crafting ingredient. So we're not going to go there just yet. Let me just double back to the door over there. I think we're going the right way. Yeah. This is definitely the correct way to go. Again, let's keep our eyes open for secrets. I want to find the gear in those secrets. Alright. Grab any resources that are in this room. Once you push that button, run. You'll see why. Up the fight. As you can see, running is not always the best idea, but still. I'm just going to waste a couple of shotgun shells because I don't want to risk knifing that thing. I don't trust these guys. If you don't trust them being knocked out, watch your back at all times. But anyways, we have to activate that switch to open up an area. Yes. Correct. Don't go up there, there's nothing over there. No loot, nothing. It might be just filled up with those mutants. And you might just take damage. I'm just going to show you for kinks. Lethal Nanospores Biolab. And yes, the map, some of these actually have markers like that manual gate control room. Now, as you can imagine, the teleporter is behind the doors that are opened by that door. Not always. Oh jeez. Boxes. Let me just spoon the zombie, if possible. Not. Jeez, bad. Yeah, that was bad. I should not be knifing the big mutants. That guy's certainly... What? Well, let's knife this guy. Oh, anyways, medkits and canned meat. Don't trust just the fact that there isn't going to be plenty of health later on. So anyways, let's just craft some cannon rounds. Let's keep one explosive at all times. Sort out the inventory. The auto pistol is a decent weapon, but you want to save the 9mm pistols for later on. The nail gun is also an awesome weapon. Also, before you craft anything, empty the gun. You will lose the ammunition. Yeah, that was a bad miss. That was also a bad miss. Jeez, what the heck is going on with my accuracy today? Then again, the shotgun becomes quite useless later on. Nothing over here. A big circular boom. Resources. Oh jeez. See what I'm talking about? Tight corridors, and yet they're still here. Alright. Oh jeez. So let's just shotgun this thing. Meat trap. This is good against zombies. Oh, plenty of shotgun shells. Good, good. I certainly need those. Cloning vat support area. As I said, level generation can be sometimes wonky. Doors that you... Yep, this is proof of it. I didn't even have to open the doors. This twisty passage is the teleporter room. But yes, sometimes the door opening is just useless. But again, checking the area for loot is not exactly a bad idea. Especially in later stages where you can miss one specifically crucial component that can net you a lot of goodies. Increase your odds of survival by quite a bit. Up. Here's how you can do the... Ah, jeez. Come on, follow me. Use the rushing bolt AI to just simply try to kite them into the anomaly. Like that. It helps if the anomaly itself is sort of an uneven surface. Then it's not going to be just a straight line, but chunky, in a way. Just try to keep near to one of the bigger chunks, but as I said, risky and often unnecessary. So here's the door that we opened. Let's see what's behind it. Large teleglitch anomaly. Oh, look at that. A whole bunch of nothing. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, you don't pay attention, you will be ambushed quite often. Take a lot of damage. That sort of thing. These consoles have sometimes got lore explaining the hows and whys of everything. Logs from engineers, scientists, intel on your weapons, armor, gear, everything. Oh, here's another secret. Squeeze through. There's only one item per secret. Oh, jeez. It's this one again. Oh, medkits. As I said, there's only one item per secret. Don't expect anything more. And don't expect anything less. If you find it... Oh, come on. 9mm pistol, then it is. Don't expect anything less and anything more. Also, why am I pulling out my explosives? It'd be a bad idea. I'm not exactly proficient with explosives, but someone with enough skill can use those quite efficiently and as a backup. So anyways, eyes and ears open. You will never know what's around the next corner. Back to the lethal nanospores lab, and off to the teleporter. We cleared out the entire area, which is good. I'll probably end this episode off. Oh, the revolver. Fairly useless weapon. Highly inaccurate, low ammunition for the West map. Trust me. Dump it if you don't have the inventory space. Otherwise, it can be a good supporting weapon. 6-trigger revolver. Again, pathetic. You can upgrade the AGL with 2 tubes. To get extra firepower out of it, I don't suggest doing that. The AGL is decent as it is, and tubes are, say, at least valuable commodity. As the teleporter, as you can see, there's only one at this level. No choices. I'm going to go through facility support systems next to make sure that I don't die because of a random life support protocol failure. I want to check on the manual emergency mode and make sure things will remain stable, even if there's a crazy AI around. So yes, 3 secrets. Nice. Zombie, Big Mutant, and Big Mutant. What's going to be coming up next? I don't know. I'll see you all in the next episode. Goodbye, everyone.